Tonight for dinner, we are having baked ziti. I'm just going to start off by browning 1 pound of ground beef. And then I will add a half of a diced onion. I'm using sweet onion. And while that is cooking, I've got a pot of water boiling and I'm cooking 1 pound of penne pasta. You can use ziti or rigatoni pasta, but we prefer the penne pasta. And whenever that's done cooking, I'll remove it and drain the grease off of it, and I'll return it back to my pan, and I'll add 1 jar of spaghetti sauce. You can use your favorite spaghetti sauce. I use a little bit more than what the recipe calls for, just because we like more sauce in ours. And then I'll just turn my stovetop on low and just let that heat up real good. My penne pasta is done cooking, so I'll just drain all the water off of it. You want your pasta as dry as possible, so I usually just shake it out and leave it sitting there for a few minutes before continuing on to my next step. And whenever all the water is drained off of my pasta, I'll just return it back to the pot that I had it in, and I will add 1 jar of our favorite alfredo sauce, and I'll just mix it up really well. I have to say, I have tried many baked ziti recipes, and this is my family's absolute favorite. I'm so glad that I found this recipe, and I really wanted to share it with you all so you all can make it for your family as well. And whenever all of my alfredo sauce has been mixed in real well, I'll just spray my pan with some nonstick spray. And then I will add that penne pasta and alfredo sauce to my baking dish, and I'll just spread it in there evenly. I will leave this recipe in the description box below, and if you do make this, I would love to hear back from you in the comments and let me know what you think. And after I have that added to my baking dish, I will take my spaghetti sauce mixture that I made earlier and put on top of this. And after my spaghetti mixture has been added to the top, I will just add 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese to the top and just spread that around. And after I put my cheese on top, I'll take a piece of aluminum foil and I'll spray it with some non-stick spray, and that way my cheese don't stick to the aluminum foil, and I'll put that on top. And then I'll just place it in my oven that I had preheated to 350 degrees, and I'll cook it for 15 minutes. And after it has cooked for 15 minutes, I'll remove it from the oven and remove the aluminum foil, and then I'll place it back in the oven and cook it for another 15 minutes. And after 15 more minutes of baking, the baked ziti is done, and you can remove it from the oven and just let it rest for 5 minutes. This baked ziti turned out to be the best one that I've ever made. My family absolutely loved it. And this is my bowl of baked ziti. It was so good. Tonight for dinner, we are having famous butter chicken. I'm just going to start off by whisking 4 eggs. I am doubling this recipe, but I will put the original recipe in the description box below. Then I have about 2 cups of crushed Ritz crackers, and I will add a teaspoon of garlic salt and some pepper to taste, and I will just blend that all together. After I have that mixed up real well, I'll just take my chicken, dip it in the egg, and then I will coat it with the Ritz cracker mix and make sure that's coated really well, and then I'll place it in my baking dish. And then I'll just repeat this process for every piece of chicken that I have, and then I will take some butter and just cut it up and place it on top of the chicken. Has anyone kept count of how many times I've said chicken? Because I feel like I've said chicken a million times. Chicken is my favorite thing to eat. I think I can eat chicken every day. No, I know I can eat chicken every day. And this is what it looks like whenever all that butter is cut up and placed on top of the chicken. And then I'm just going to place it in my preheated oven on 375 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes. And then I'm going to make some mashed potatoes. I peeled and cut up, I think 7 or 8 potatoes. And I just cover them in water and boil them for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're tender. I also made some of these Grand's crescent rolls to go with our meal. You just roll them up and place them on your baking sheet and stick them in the oven. My potatoes are now done, and I just drained the water off of them. And I'm going to add my secret ingredient, a spoonful of mayonnaise. That just helps with the consistency. You can't taste the mayonnaise. And a stick and a half of butter and a little bit of milk at a time. And I'll just use my mixer and mix it up until they get all nice and creamy. I am also going to add some salt and pepper to these potatoes. And I have to say, I really love my mashed potatoes. I think they are the best I've ever had. I also heated up some sweet peas and put a little butter in them. And this is my plate. And look at that chicken. That Ritz crackers and butters made a perfect bread crust. Tonight for dinner we are having charcoal grilled hamburgers. We're just going to fill up our chimney with charcoal, and we are using Weber lighter cubes. And we just light 3 of them and place the charcoal over top, and it lights the charcoal. And we just let that set for about 20 to 30 minutes until the charcoal is done. In my opinion, there's no better burger than a charcoal burger. And while that charcoal is heating up, my husband's just going to pat out our hamburger patties using our hamburger press. Our charcoal is now done, so my husband's just going to pour it in the grill and we can start cooking our hamburgers. Then we will just season them with our favorite hamburger seasoning, the Weber Gourmet Burger. And after they have been cooking for a while, we will just flip them over and cook the other side. And after a few more minutes of cooking, the burgers are done, so we can remove them from the grill. Then I'll just slap me some Duke's mayonnaise on my hamburger bun. Top it with a slice of cheese, and I'm going to heat up my barbecue baked beans that I got from Sam's Club, and I've also got a side of chips and some ranch dip in my mini Pioneer Woman dip bowl. This meal was absolutely delicious. For dessert, me and Piper wanted to try these Sweet Warren's chocolate chunk cookies. They are allergy free and made with clean ingredients. She has a lot of food allergies, and I am lactose intolerant. So if you or anyone that you know has food allergies, or maybe a vegan and wants some chocolate chip cookies, these turned out pretty good. And that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope this gave you some new meal ideas to try. I'll see you next time. Bye.